What's up, guys? What's going on? Leaman Griffin here with part whatever, 10, 11, 12, I don't know. I think it's 10 of the Tahoe truck build, and woo, getting close, getting close. As you can see here, I'm working on my interior right now. Got my driver's door panel pulled off. I separated the lower part from the upper part. Let's see here. Right, took this apart off the bottom. Bet a lot of you didn't know you could do that. Just some plastic welds holding it in place. So I separated them. Like you can see right here, I cut out where all the welds were. And when I go to put it back together, I'll snap it back in place, and then I'll take a heat source and basically melt the plastic back together. So that's all that was holding it from the factory. And I took all my old leather off, as you can see. And now I'm going to start the process of covering, now I'm going to start the process of covering it in black leather. And then I've got some custom inserts to go in it and whatnot. So I'll show you, I've actually got the passenger side done. And some of you, if you follow me on Facebook, have probably already seen this picture, but I'll show it to you here in real life. See how good you can see that. Looks pretty sweet, I think. So I did a few things different here. I actually dyed the lower part here, and I painted the carpet to be black. And then I wrapped all the leather, which was a monster pain, but I think it came out pretty good. Painted these red. Knew I was going to do that. I'm not worried about this because it's actually like a gray color. I think these are the same, no matter what color interior you have. I think these insert pieces are the same color, so they're not actually tan, they're just a dull gray color, so it'll contrast nice. And then I took my insert out and built this piece here out of beauty board, and I covered it in suede, and I added these insert strips just to give me some little lines. It'll kind of match, see here, right, it'll kind of match my billet mirror. You can probably see that a little better there. Got these raised edges on it. Just gives it a little bit of a custom look, a little bit different than a stock door panel. I like the lines of the stock door panel, but I didn't want it to be just the stock door panel that was painted, so I had to throw something on there that was a fabricated piece to make it look nice. You guys have already seen the dash and stuff, and then of course I got my other door panel out, getting ready to cover it. Alright guys, the time is here. I left work, I'm in the car, I'm heading down the road, going to pick up my bumper. It's finally done from paint, so I can't wait to get put on. Old bumper sitting on the floor, got it taken off, and check out my new bumper. Man, it looks good. Color match, smooth. I actually bought a smooth bumper. I thought I bought a smooth bumper, but I bought one with holes for license plate. So I took it to Pierce Hot Rods over in Leeds, Alabama. Gave it to Drew Pierce, and him and his team smoothed out the bumper holes, or the license plate holes, filled them in, sanded them down, ground them down, whatever they do, and then painted the thing red to match. And they did a really good job of matching the whole thing. It looks really good. So now I've got to put the lower valance down there, put it on, and then it'll be done. So I'm working on my other door panel, and you can see I actually dyed this one black. So that one looks a lot better than the other one. I've just got to go over the other one with the black dye, wherever it's at. Here it is. Using a Duplicolor vinyl and fabric spray. Works pretty good. I'm pretty surprised at how well it works. I was really hesitant about some of the dyes for interior plastics, and I was worried they were going to scratch and come off, but it does pretty good. I put it to a scratch test. I dropped some tools on it, put my hand across it, dropped my keys on it, things like that, things you would normally do in a car, and it held up pretty well. So pretty pleased about that. But the ultimate reason for waiting to do this video release was my seats. That was the last big part of my interior that I had to do, and I dropped my seats off about 2 weeks ago to an upholstery shop here in Birmingham, and I told them, I said, look, I want a custom look, but I want it to kind of look stock too. So, cover them, and I wanted black leather with red stitching, and I wanted him to look stock, but I wanted him to do his thing to it, right? So this guy's actually he did an overhauling car with Chip Foose, and he's done some Brian Fuller hot rods. He's had a few cars in Hot Rod Magazine. He's done some really good work. So I trusted that he would have an eye for it and pay attention to little things that a lot of upholstery shops might not pay attention to. Lines being straight, things being even left to right, whatnot. So I was really happy. He actually changed a good bit of the seat, but at the same time, it still looks kind of stock form with a few custom touches. So here you go, guys. I'll show you the seat. There it is. And at first, when you look at it, you think, okay, that's a stock seat. Until you get closer and you realize the tuck and roll here that he did on the bottoms is actually not stock. The Escalade seats that I had, this bar right here was stock, and this bar right here was stock, and then the insides were perforated, and then these two right here were perforated, and then the bottom two were perforated. So he changed that, and then he also took the lines right here on the inside. This line actually went straight up and dead-ended into this piece of stitch right here. So he took that and brought it around so that it matched the other side, where the indent for your armrest comes up and goes around. So now the two sides match. And he did the same thing on the bottom here. This stitch right here actually went straight up and dead-ended right here. So he changed it, brought it back over here. Same on this side. So now the bottoms match. And then he took, you can see here on this side, the deep pocket right here. He actually pulled the stitch down. He didn't use a hog ring, I can't remember what he used, but he pulled it down to where it had a little more tucked look, like to give it the appearance of higher bolsters on the side, because these seats were real comfy. They weren't made for racing or anything like that, so they didn't have huge bolsters. And then on the back of the seat, he did the same thing. He took this stitch and sunk them down, so it gives it the appearance of a deeper bolster. Then he went around all the French seams in the seat. He added a red stitch all the way on the bottom. I've got to paint these or dye them as well. He added a red stitch all the way around that to the front, and then on the headrest did a red stitch there all the way around the headrest. And then of course on the armrest he did the same thing, red stitch all the way around to the bottom and under there. So I'm super pleased about the seats. Got the other one over here somewhere. Yeah, right back here. Got that one there. So overall I'm really happy about the seats. It came out to be a little bit expensive, but it was like, I think it was like $950 for the two seats to get them stitched. But you know what? I think that was worth it for the time he put into these, and just the fact that he paid attention and did all those custom touches on his own without me. I didn't know what he was going to do. I just said, look at it, and if you see anything that you think will look better, do it. So pretty stoked about how they came out. But if you guys want some seats upholstered, for sure check the guy out. His company's called Price Upholstery. I'm not sure his first name. I just called him Mr. Price. But he's in Alabaster, Alabama, and I'll probably put a phone number link somewhere down here for him. But call him up. He does really good work. You could check it out. The car he did for Brian Fuller was called the Impaler. And then I can't remember build that he did with overhaul and what it was called, but if I remember correctly, it was the Wyotech car. It was like Wyotech and Overhauling did the build, and then they auctioned it off, and Chip Foose actually bought the car. So the car that he did not only was designed by Chip Foose, but he actually owns it now. So I mean, pretty reputable work for a local guy. So definitely happy about the way they came out, and I can't wait to get them in the car, get them buttoned down, put the brackets on that I have painted red. I think that'll add some nice touches to them. And that about wraps up the interior of the truck. So next we're going to start on the engine bay. I've got some covers designed for the engine bay, and we'll start working on the exterior. But I've got a car show to go to next weekend. That's going to be my first show where I bring the truck back out, and we'll see how it does. Hopefully it'll pull an award home. But I'll definitely have the camera out there, and I'll show you guys what's going on at the car show and give you a sneak peek. And if you see me out there, say what's up, talk to me, come say hi. I'd love to meet everybody that watches my videos and follows my channel, and you know, share some ideas and whatnot. I'd love to see your rides too. So definitely hit me up if you're out, and check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/FAST2DR. Check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Leaman Griffin, which if you're watching this video, you clearly have already checked out. Check out my website, www.fast2door.com, where you can see all kinds of cool car and truck videos on the web. I bring them all together in one place, so you can check them out. And also check out my t-shirt store, shop.spreadshirt.com/fast2door, and you can get cool shirts like this one, Custom Trucks Matter, which they do. I've also got some that say Lifted Trucks Matter, Lowered Trucks Matter, Bag Trucks Matter. I've got LS Swap shirts. I've got Fast 2-Door shirts, all kinds of cool shirts, OBS shirts, Old Body Style for Life, any kind of shirts, hats, accessories, whatever you want, hoodies, girl shirts, kid shirts, whatever you want. Check them out, shop.spreadshirt.com/fast2door, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.